Namaskar, hello and welcome to CIET NCERT's live phone-in interactive program. My name is Tanvi Khurana and in this English class, we are going to talk about Haldi's adventure. Well, this story is very interesting. If you have read this chapter and you found anything interesting, anything fun, lovely or lively, then please reach out to us, ask your questions, give us your statements, anything you have to say regarding this story through our YouTube channel, which is NCERT Official. In the live chat box, you can write down your questions, comments and share them with us. If you want to give us a call, the number would be 8800440559. All the students who are in second standard, they are watching us on PMeVIDYA channel number 2. And if you want to email us your questions, the email ID would be dth.class2@ciet.nic.in. So here we are with an expert who will be giving us the gist of the story. What exactly is this adventure all about? And we are going to play a few games as well. So let me introduce you to our today's guest who is with us in our studio, and she is Miss Poonam Yadav. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you. Namaste.
Namaskar, ma'am. She is an assistant teacher from SKV Ghitorni, New Delhi. So let's just ask her that what is this story all about, what is this adventure, and who particularly is Haldi? Ma'am.
So this story, Haldi's adventure, is about a girl, little girl, aged around 6 or 7 years, just the age of our students of grade 2. And this is about a day when she's going to the school and something extraordinary, something unique, something very different happens with her, and we will find out in the story what is that extraordinary thing that she witnessed, that she saw. So in the story, other than the little girl, we have one character, and that's the animal giraffe. So these two, Haldi and Giraffe, both of them are the main characters of the story, and they are having a very jolly conversation with each other. Before we begin the story, I think our grade 2 students can run and bring their English textbook, Marigold, and this is the unit 1. The chapter is Haldi's Adventure, as the title says on the screen. Haldi's Adventure. You will find this chapter in your NCERT English textbook. It will be fun if you will be able to touch the pictures, see the pictures right in front of you. So if you rush and bring the book with you, it will be fun. And we also have the story with us. I'm going to show you the picture, how Haldi looks, how the giraffe in the story looks. Is this the giraffe that we usually know, or is this a very different giraffe in the story that we're going to see? So let's begin with the story.
Absolutely. Let's just read out the story for our viewers and little students.
So I'll read out the story for you. Haldi's Adventure. One morning, as Haldi walked to school, she met a giraffe. The giraffe wore big glasses, and held a book in his hand. He smiled and said, "Good morning, Haldi." Haldi looked up at him. "I'm sorry to stare," she said, "but I have never met a giraffe like you." "My name is Smiley," said the giraffe. "Whenever you see me, you will smile." Haldi was surprised and happy too. Then she remembered that she would be late for school. So she said to the giraffe, "I would love to talk to you, but I must rush to school or I will be late." The giraffe said, "Not if you ride on my back. If you climb on my back, I will run so fast that you will feel you are flying to school." "Do you go to school every day?" "Yes," said Haldi. I go to school on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays and Fridays. On Saturdays, I play games at school. What do you do in school? Asked the giraffe. I learn about the stars, the trees, the birds and the animals. That's good, said the giraffe. I love books too. They are lots of fun. Now jump on my back. I will take you to school. Haldi then jumped on the giraffe's back and found that she could see so many things from the top. And before she knew it, she had reached the school playground. She climbed down. When she turned back to thank the giraffe, she found that he had gone away. Oh, Haldi thought, what a wonderful adventure I had. Well,
that was a lovely story.
Yes, so that was a little adventure that Haldi had with giraffe. And I said in the beginning, this giraffe was not the usual giraffe that we all know from the jungle.
Yes.
This giraffe was very unique. He loves books. He wears big glasses and he talks. So in this story, we could see that Haldi had a problem, that she was getting late, and suddenly a giraffe appeared in front of her. First, she started looking at the giraffe. She stared. She looked for a little longer. I don't know why. What do you think? Why was she staring at the giraffe? Can you think of any reason why did Haldi stare at giraffe?
Because usually we don't see giraffes on our way to school.
That's wonderful. Even children in the class, they reply the same way. Because the giraffe was wearing big glasses, because the giraffe was suddenly in front of Haldi, because the giraffe was talking to Haldi and the giraffe was also staring at Haldi. So all these answers we get from students. In this chapter, we read few interesting words. Let's read them again and know which interesting words we saw. Let's read aloud some interesting words. Stare, that means to look at something for a little longer. Ride, the way we ride horse, we ride vehicles. Remembered, to keep something in memory. Adventure, surprised, climb, rush, wonderful. So we must have heard of these words, and these are the words that we are going to use in our day-to-day life now, because we have read it in the chapter and we have revised it. We will try to write these words on a sheet and paste it in our study corner or on the door or near our bed, so that we can read them again and again. And for the reference of spellings, you can pick up your NCERT English textbook and write these words from the chapter. So let's talk about the questions. My question is, where was Haldi going? So Tanvi ma'am, we have three options: market, school or village. Children, you can see it on the screen. What do you think, where was Haldi going in the story?
So ma'am, when we were reading, you were reading the story, I was eagerly listening, and I read that she was going to school.
School, that's correct. Wonderful. You are a great listener, Tanvi ma'am. So school is the correct answer, and we write it in a sentence. We always answer in a full sentence. Haldi was going to school. Okay, I want to know, how did she reach school? So I have three options. Did she go walking, on giraffe or in a bus?
So she reached school with the help of a giraffe.
She went on a giraffe.
Yeah.
So the correct answer is on a giraffe. And we write the sentence, Haldi reached school on a giraffe. My next question to you is this. If you were Haldi, which animal would you like to meet on your way and why? So let's ask Tanvi ma'am.
Okay.
If she was Haldi, she has heard the story. If she was Haldi, so which animal would you like to meet on your way to school?
Well, I can say I like elephants because of their unusual size and I like their ears and their trunk. So maybe an elephant.
So Tanvi ma'am would like to meet an elephant and she has given the reason that she likes the unusual size. The elephant is of a big size and I think if you will sit on the top on the back of the elephant, you will be able to see so many things from the top.
Yes.
When I asked this question, in fact, students, before I share what my students in my class answered, why don't you write in the comment box and share which animal would you like to meet on the way to your school? And when I asked this question in my class, this is what I got. So I said, one of the students said, if I was Haldi, I would like to meet a horse. Horse can run fast. So the reason to meet a horse is because the horse can quickly take Haldi to school. She won't be late because horses run very fast.
Yeah.
Another child said, if I was Haldi, I would like to meet a cheetah. Cheetah is the fastest animal on earth. So that's a very appropriate reason.
Yes.
If Haldi is getting late to the school and if she wants to meet an animal, why not a cheetah? Another child said, I found it very interesting. If I was Haldi, I would like to meet an eagle. I can see everything from sky and I will reach school flying. Isn't that interesting?
That's
I found it really unique answer.
Yeah.
In fact, all the answers were unique. So if you have a choice, you can think of any bird that you would like to meet on the way. So another question that I have is this a reality? So this story, Haldi's adventure, is this a reality? Can this happen in real with you? Tanvi ma'am, what do you think? Do you think this story, whatever we read in the story, is this real?
No, ma'am. I think it's a fantasy.
It's a fantasy. And why do you think so?
Because I've never seen that animals talk, unlike this giraffe in the story. And meeting an animal on the way to school is also very unusual, which doesn't happen in reality.
But when I used to go to the school, I used to meet a dog every day. So I think meeting a domestic animal or a pet animal is normal. But since giraffe is not an animal that will live in the neighborhood, until and unless we are living in the jungle. So that's how I think I understood your point that you found it unusual. Well, children in my class are full of ideas and full of answers. When I threw this question to them, I asked grade 2 students, do you think this is this is reality, whatever we read? See what they said. No, this is not real. This is imaginary, something that happens in imagination. Animals don't speak in reality. This could be a dream. One of the students said that this could be a dream and the writer forgot to write it. Animals don't wear spectacles, they don't wear specs. And one of the child said, you know, anything can happen in a story just the way it happened in Haldi's adventure. And there were many other reasons as well, but I could only remember these ones from the class, and I wrote it because I found them very unique. So children, your thinking is very special, is very unique. The way you think and answer is very different from what I am thinking or from what many others are thinking in your class, in your house. So I would also like you to think and write what are your reasons that you think this is not real or real. If you think this was real, you can give your reasons. If you think this is not real, you can give your reasons. But I just want to discuss one point with you. If this was a real story, children, if this was a real story where Haldi is a girl who is going to the school and she's getting a little late, she's rushing to the school. In reality, whom can she meet on her way like this? Whom can she meet? If some animal will be there, then definitely animals won't be able to talk to Haldi.
Right.
But there could be some human beings that she can meet on the way who can talk to Haldi, the way Giraffe did. So when we meet somebody on the way whom we haven't met before, what do we call them?
Strangers?
Strangers. So those who are not familiar to us, those whom we don't know, those whom we haven't met before, those who are not, who are not our relatives, not our neighbors, who are not our family friends, but they are just random people. And if someday some stranger comes to you and talk to you, are we going to behave in the same way like Haldi did, or are we going to behave in a different way? What do you think, Tanvi ma'am?
Ma'am, I think students should behave differently and they shouldn't be too overtly friendly with the strangers, because we cannot trust every other person.
Because we don't know them.
Yes, and definitely one shouldn't take a lift to school from a stranger in their vehicles, not at all, because it could be dangerous.
It could be dangerous, it could not be in our favor. Yes. So like Haldi took Giraffe's help to reach school. In real life, if we have any stranger in front of us, we should not be taking their, as ma'am said, we should not be taking lift from them to reach our destination. We should not be accepting any gifts from them in the form of chocolates, toffees, or any other eatable. And in fact, we shouldn't be friendly with them. We shouldn't be talking to them as Haldi started talking, because Haldi's adventure is a story, and as one of the child said, anything can happen in a story, and that's perfectly all right. But when we are in real life, we are surrounded by a lot of strangers. For our own safety, our parents also always guide us that we shouldn't accept gifts from them, we shouldn't accept any eatable from them, we shouldn't be taking lifts from them. We should avoid talking to strangers. And if any stranger is still approaching us, what do we do in that case?
We should call our parents.
We should shout and quickly reach to someone whom we can trust. Like either our friend, our teacher, our parents, whosoever is nearby. We should quickly go closer to them, and we should simply say no to the strangers that I will not be talking to you. So,
ma'am, it was an amazing story, and we have learned a lesson as well, and how to behave very much opposite than Haldi.
Yes.
We've got last 1 minute left for this entire program.
Okay, so I want to give a homework to my students.
Absolutely.
So we will be making best out of waste. So children, as you see, I've tried making a giraffe using the empty boxes of a toothpaste and another, like I had these empty boxes in my home. I wrapped it with the paper and I made this. So this is your homework. Make a giraffe using whatever recyclable material you get at home and have fun. And stay safe from strangers.
That's wonderful, ma'am, and I'm sure our students are going to imitate you, and maybe not a giraffe, then any other animal of their
Definitely.
choice.
Definitely. I think that's more interesting than any animal of your choice.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being with us. And it was amazing talking to you and reading out this story and getting into the adventure of Haldi. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you to all the viewers for watching this program. I'm sure you loved the story and you have understood that you're not taking any lift from any stranger or taking any eatable food, anything from a stranger. Please be aware and don't risk your life. So this was all about Haldi's adventure. If you have any questions, any queries, NCRT Official is our YouTube channel. So we are wrapping up this program, but stay here, don't go anywhere. Another maths class is about to begin, and the topic of discussion would be chapter number 3, how much can you carry? Stay here, keep your questions ready and take care. Namaste.